Let's make this sticky toffee pudding today a classic winter warmer that feels like a hug in every single bite. Plus, it's super easy to prepare and a crowd pleaser, especially for this festive season. What's not to like? Let's get cracking. Dates are the most important ingredient in a sticky toffee pudding, and so we're going to prepare them first. I have taken the seeds out and then weighed 100 grams of these dates, and then you'll chop them a little bit so that they're easy to break down, and you'll pop them into a saucepan, and then you'll also add some milk here, and you'll start heating the milk and the dates so that the dates can start flavoring the milk. Keep cooking this on a low heat. You'll start to notice that the dates start seeping into the milk and it turns into this beautiful caramel color, and the quantity of milk reduces dramatically as well. At this point, you will add your baking soda, and as soon as you do that and start stirring it, this will froth up real good. And so, you do want to use a saucepan that's a bit taller. The heat right now is low, so you'll continue cooking this on a low heat, and eventually, you'll start to see that the bubbles and the froth starts to go down as well. So, it won't be as foamy now, but it has done its job of tenderizing the dates, which are now softened in the milk as well. So you will keep it aside and let it cool down. Now we'll start working on the cake part of the sticky toffee pudding. We'll prepare our dry ingredients first. So I've added all of my warming spices and my baking powder along with some salt in this bowl that has the all-purpose flour or plain flour. I'll give it a good whisk and then keep it aside. And then we'll start working on the butter. So I'll just use my spatula to just smooth out this room temperature softened butter. I've used salted butter, but feel free to use unsalted butter. And into this, I'm going to add some dark muscovado sugar. But if you don't have access to dark muscovado sugar or dark brown sugar, you can use light brown sugar as well. And because dark muscovado sugar or dark brown sugar has a lot of molasses in it, it does tend to get clumpy. So you will smash it really well with the butter and mix it and break the lumps. Then you will add in your caster sugar. And here I've also added some golden syrup. Now, if you don't have access to golden syrup, you can just use honey as well, because that is a kind of invert syrup, so that would work as well. Now, using your electric beaters, you just cream your butter, all the sugars and the golden syrup for about 5 minutes or so, but you'll scrape the sides and the bottom of the bowl halfway through. Once you've done that, you will also add your vanilla extract at this point and then go back in for another 2.5 to 3 minutes. And this mix will start to get really pale and light and fluffy. Now I will start adding the eggs one at a time. I'll add one egg, then I'll mix it on a medium speed first until it's well incorporated into the batter. Then I'll add in the second egg as well, and then repeat the same process. I'll start mixing this on a medium speed until it's well incorporated in the batter. Then I'll just scrape down the sides and the bottom as well, and then go in for 2 minutes until the entire batter looks really light and voluminous. Look at how much volume it has created. That's perfect. And then I'll add in my dry ingredients that we prepared in the beginning, that has all of those beautiful warming spices like the ginger powder and the cinnamon powder. And then once I've folded it into the batter, I'll go in with my electric beaters on the lowest speed setting for just about 10 to 15 seconds until well incorporated. And you can see just how beautiful our sticky toffee pudding batter looks. At this point now, I'll add in the dates, which were cooked with the milk and the baking soda, and look at how mushy that's gone. That is perfect. You'll gently fold this into the cake batter. You want to make sure you don't deflate all of that beautiful air that you've created. At this stage, our oven is also preheating at 180 degrees Celsius. You want to start preheating your oven before you start baking this. So now once you've folded it in, you don't want to overwork the mix here, just fold it until all of that date mix has mixed well with the batter. Now I'm going to pour this into my prepared baking dish. I have greased it really well so that it doesn't stick, but I have not added any parchment paper because I will be cutting this in the tin itself and then taking it out with a spatula. So using a parchment paper will just make it difficult. So I've not added any parchment paper here. I'm just going to spread this out with my offset spatula and level it off. And then this goes in the oven at 180 degrees Celsius for about 35 to 40 minutes. A skewer or a knife inserted in the center should come out clean. And then you'll just let it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes till it cools down. Now, while that's baking and cooling slightly, we'll work on our toffee sauce. This is one of the easiest toffee sauces you'll make. We are taking a heavy bottom saucepan and we've added some butter, caster sugar and dark brown muscovado sugar. Just give it a good mix on a low heat until everything is melted and it looks somewhat like this. The butter will look separated, but that's fine. You just want to make sure that the sugars have dissolved, and then you'll add in your cream. You'll just keep mixing this until the cream, the butter and both the sugars just mix really well with each other. Once it's well combined, you'll continue to cook this on the lowest heat until it starts to bubble and boil like this. Then you'll take it off the heat and add a generous sprinkling of some sea salt. Give it a good mix and then transfer it to a jug so that you can pour it onto your pudding, which is now out of the oven and has been cooling for about 5 to 10 minutes. You just want to cover the surface of this cake with the toffee sauce. You don't want to add all of the sauce on top of this. Then you let it sit for some time, and now we are ready to serve it. So to serve this sticky toffee pudding, what we're going to do is I'm going to cut out a nice generous slice and take it out with my spatula. You can see just how amazing this sticky toffee pudding cake looks. And I have taken it into my serving plate and I've added a big generous scoop of vanilla ice cream, and then I'm going to pour a little bit more of the warm butterscotch sauce which starts to melt the ice cream onto our warm sticky toffee pudding. It's just so comforting. And if you're in the mood for something fruity, then this berry chantilly cake is just the right recipe for you. So click on the video that you see on the screen and enjoy.